When faced with new competition, new technologies, newly empowered employees, right, access to information, access to brands, how do you transform Gatorade in the culture and the organization at a pace that can keep up with this evolving digital landscape?
75% of competitive athletes go online to find information about sports. So knowing that, it's really critical that we need to be there and that we need to be putting a strategy in place around it. One of the big moves for us, I think, that helped spur that on was building mission control and really investing in our social media command center. And part of that happened 5 years ago, I think, when we were early from a brand perspective in this digital transformation. But what it did is it's a physical space here on the floor that really brings awareness to the investment and the resources that we're putting into the digital space. Last year in 2014, we published close to 1,000 pieces of content online. So all of that driven through the work we're doing with Mission Control. We analyzed over 1 million posts and social interactions and truly analyzed them to help ensure that informs our digital strategy and even our broader business strategy. A really great example of that is some work we did last summer, which was an entirely digital campaign. It ran exclusively on YouTube and some of our social media channels, but predominantly on YouTube. And it was a campaign called Sweat It to Get It. This was about how to educate youth athletes on the efficacy of Gatorade, which is, it puts back what you lose when you sweat. And it ended up we ended up doing a series of 8 or 9 video shorts that all took place in a convenience and gas store where an everyday person, not an actor, comes in, goes to buy a bottle of Gatorade, and the clerk refuses to sell it to them if they're not sweating.
I can't sell this to you. It's Gatorade, so it's for gals who have been working out hard and breaking a sweat.
I drink this stuff all the time after a workout.
But you're not sweating now, so...
Uh-huh. Are you serious?
Yeah. I feel like you don't have really a winning attitude right now.
And then as the person becomes, more frustrated, he gets his manager, who's Peyton Manning, who comes out of the back and further reinforces that you have to sweat in order to buy Gatorade because it puts back what you lose when you sweat.
You gotta be sweating.
That's what I thought.
You gotta be sweating to have that. We'd like to sell them to you. That's just kind of our Gatorade new policy. Need a little sweat. So about running for me a little bit.
So using YouTube in a very entertaining way to get across a pretty critical brand message, and we saw real success with it.